So I'm here with Tom and Joe from Green Lung. Welcome to the Racer's Edge, and thank you for joining us today, guys. How are you?
We're good. We're buzzing. We just played our first show in 18 months, so it's pretty heavy.
I was watching you play and thinking, there's no way the adrenaline is going to have ended by the time I get to see you. So
we're like extra damp now as well, you know.
Absolutely.
I'm like shaky in the dragon. We're feeling good.
Brilliant. So this is your first time here, I think.
It is, right? Yeah. It's our first open air festival in the UK.
Yeah.
We've done stuff in Europe, but weirdly enough, this is the first one.
So how surreal is it, the fact that you've had an album out that you couldn't tour, and now you've got another album coming out?
Yeah, so which we can tour. Thank God.
You can tour, hopefully.
I think it's a really weird thing because I think we've jumped from like very small club shows to much bigger shows without really having done the sort of ladder up. And I think that's it's just fucking really, really exciting. It's
a trip. It's such a buzz. Very surreal to step out after 18 months.
And I think a lot of it's been online, and the feedback's been awesome. But seeing 1,000 people singing "The Devil" and just then was something that I've been looking forward to.
And I gotta be honest, I've been here all week, and that was as full as the tent has been.
Really?
So
that's fucking
really
great.
Got it. And you can't even blame the rain, because it wasn't even raining when you came. I've seen people fill it out before because it's pissing down outside.
Yeah.
They're all having a chat.
That's good to hear. We couldn't tell if it was raining or not.
Yeah. So how difficult was it with you? Because obviously you played a couple of new tracks today, the 2 singles, and you obviously want to play the stuff from Woodland Rights as well.
Yeah.
How difficult was it to kind of fit the set together?
It's interesting, Joe sort of came on board during the recording of just before the recording of the new album.
Yeah.
And the band has, we always used to record vocals with Joe. He was already part of the band in some ways already, but the new songs are probably more textured and detailed and have just more layers and are a bit more developed. We have more time, we have more money. We could go away for 2 weeks. And it's just, it's interesting sort of starting together. I think they really fit in the Green Lung sound, but they're a bit more complex maybe. But it was really interesting coming out with that our first single, Lead Us to the Blind. Everyone was singing it back already. So that makes you feel confident sort of going into album 2. All of that.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess they're always a bit scared maybe that things aren't going to fit into canon, because people love Woodland Rights, and that's incredible. People have had a long time to really love those songs. So bringing something new in is always it's scary, but people just seem to have taken it in. The reception's been amazing so far, and it just kind of slotted in. The set, it worked itself out. We sat down a bit and just tried to put as many bangers in as possible.
That was it. We wanted a really up-tempo sort of fun set that if you didn't know Green Lung and you just wandered in, you could sort of feel the energy.
Sure.
But it was exciting to see the reaction, because it's been such a weird process, not being able to go out on the road and sort of see how this song lands or that song lands, which we did with Woodland Rights. We were playing those songs 6 months before we recorded them. So that's been kind of validating, I guess.
Sure. And the reception to Woodland Rights was obviously off the chart. It was in all the top 20s and top 10s of people's lists and stuff. Were you surprised? I mean, obviously not in an arrogant way, but I mean, it was quite an amazing response for the first album.
Yeah, I think mainly because we didn't have a big label. We had a very small vinyl mail order label. We were just basically printing a few vinyl for us. It was all very basic. We didn't have any expectations. We'd put out a tape and people would like that, but we were we didn't really know what we were doing. We didn't have a PR campaign that was really worked out. We were just sort of fumbling around, and it's just organic. It feels like it's just word of mouth. People keep coming up and saying, "Oh, my mate introduced me to people who listen to that album seem to go and evangelize about it in a way that helps us, because it's helped us to get a proper label and sort of do it properly this time, and that's exciting because it has that organic cult fan base.
Sure.
And it's interesting to see where it goes, really.
I noticed that the pre-orders for the new album are flying out. It seems to be all the vinyls disappearing, all the coloured vinyl and stuff.
Well, we were worried that there'd been 18 months of fucking about with COVID.
Yeah.
And we had Bloodstock booked in off the back of Woodland Rights.
Yeah.
2 years ago. It was when we did that. Even when they first reached out.
Yeah.
And I guess we were a little concerned that would that still be there? And yeah, it's we've already got some pretty obscure vinyl colours being printed. Second print, we've got glow in the dark. So it's going well when you're doing glow in the dark.
Yeah, absolutely. So your plans are, you said on stage that you're out on tour in a couple of weeks. Is that UK tour?
It's UK dates.
Yeah. And how many dates are you doing?
We're doing sort of, I think 5 this year, and then the rest next year.
That's right, because you've got another set next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just been with COVID. We were basically hedging our bets, and luckily they're all going ahead. It's really interesting because all the gigs I've been to so far, like this, it feels so normal.
Yeah.
And I'm hopeful that's the case. But we're going to the first 5 are going to be sort of halfway between Woodland Rights and Black Harvest.
Yeah.
And then the album will have been out for several months by the time we get to the February date. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Brilliant. So fingers crossed that you'll be out, because God knows what's going to happen, but I think we're on the right way. I was saying earlier on that a couple of other guys I was interviewing, that if you've been here all weekend, it's almost like COVID's not happened.
Yeah.
Because of course we've all been just walking around hugging and talking and everything.
Man, it's just so nice to be human as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
and I suppose
festivals are almost human things.
Yeah, you could actually talk to people about something other than COVID as well, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you on the tour.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website www.therazorsedge.rocks.